Hi there, it's Snigdha this side, and today we will study about microorganisms. This is part 1 for class 8 science. So let's begin with it. What is a microorganism? If you look around, you will find many varieties of plants and animals. But apart from these, there are tiny creatures which are invisible to a naked eye. And these creatures are called microbes or microorganisms. In fact, you have to make use of a powerful microscope to see them. Now, let us take an example of microorganism in the surrounding. If you observe during the rainy seasons, आप observe करेंगे कि bread की surface पे जो है green patches बन जाते हैं during the rainy season mainly because of the presence of moisture on the surface of the bread, and this presence of moisture on the bread helps an organism called fungi to develop on its surface, and that is why जो bread होती है वो completely खराब हो जाती है and is not at all suitable to eat. So this is a daily life example of microorganisms in our surroundings. Now, there are basically 4 major groups of microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, protozoa and algae. And the science that deals with the study of microorganisms is called microbiology. One thing you need to note here that virus, which are also the microscopic in nature, they can only live inside the body of a host. Now, a host can be any living being. It can either be a plant or an animal. And these viruses derive their nutrition from the body of the host only. And microorganisms were seen for the first time by a Dutch shopkeeper, and his name was A.V. Leeuwenhoek. Okay, so viruses ko, as I said, they are only alive inside the host body, but when they come out of the host body, they act as non-living beings. Right? Now, you can see here, these are the 4 major groups over here. This is an example of a bacteria. You can see in the picture. This is a fungi. This is basically the mushrooms over here, which is a fungi. This is actually amoeba, right? And it comes under the category of protozoa. Now, you can see over here, this is an example of algae, right? You must have seen like जो lakes या ponds होते हैं, अगर उनको काफ़ी समय तक के लिए छोड़ दिया जाए, उनकी सफाई ना की जाए, उनके surface के ऊपर एक green color की परत बनने लगती है, and that is basically the development of this algae, which actually covers the surface of the water. Now, let us study about their habitat and nature. Like microorganisms जो हैं वो omnipresent होते हैं. Omnipresent का मतलब है which are present everywhere. चाहे वो land हो, air हो या within the bodies हो, you will find microorganisms everywhere, floating in the air, right? Then in the water as well as moving in the soil. In fact, हमारे nose, mouth, digestive tract में भी microorganisms present होते हैं, and they are in huge number which are beneficial to our body. Microorganisms अकेले भी रह सकते हैं, at the same time वो अपनी colonies या हम कह सकते हैं अपना group भी बना सकते हैं. Okay, now microorganisms are not only dangerous ones, but they can sometimes be beneficial. For example, microorganisms help me in the cleaning of the environment. जो ऑर्गेनिक वेस्ट होते हैं जैसे कि वेजिटेबल्स के छिलके या डेड रिमेन्स ऑफ एनिमल्स या वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट जो एनिमल्स के बॉडी से एक्सक्रीट किए गए हों उन्हें बैक्टीरिया ब्रेक कर देते हैं into harmless and usable substances जिन्हें हम मैन्योर की तरह एग्रीकल्चर में यूज कर सकते हैं, राइट. देन दे ऑल्सो हेल्प इन नाइट्रोजन फिक्सेशन. Nitrogen fixation means to fix the nitrogen. So some bacteria and blue-green algae have the ability to fix or take the nitrogen from the atmosphere to enrich soil with nitrogen, which increases the fertility of the soil. And since these are involved, that is why called the biological nitrogen fixers. That is, हम उन बैक्टीरिया और ब्लू ग्रीन एल्गी को बायोलॉजिकल नाइट्रोजन फिक्सर्स बुलाते हैं. देन वी हैव द microorganisms are also helpful in setting up of the curd. Now this means that curd contains mixture of more than one of microorganisms, but जो main इसमें microorganisms होता है that is your lactobacillus. I can write it over here. You can see this is actually lactobacillus. Now lactobacillus जो होता है वो promote करता है curd के formation को. So अगर आप if you want to set a curd, then you have to take already prepared curd from somewhere and you have to put it into the warm milk so that the lactobacillus can now start forming the curd. Then they are also helpful in the production of alcohol. Let us see how. Yeast, you must have heard, is one of the microorganisms which is used for the production of alcohol at a commercial level. Now there is a process involved which is called fermentation, जिसमें sugar convert हो जाता है alcohol में by the action of yeast on it. And it was Louis Pasteur who discovered fermentation in the year 1857, right? And at the same time, there are some microorganisms which can be harmful as well. They can even cause diseases like polio, chicken pox. Okay, if I talk about the polio, it is like caused by the polio and chicken pox are caused by the viruses, and if I say typhoid, tuberculosis, these are the diseases which are caused by the bacteria. Okay, now microorganisms can either be unicellular like bacteria, or they can either be can be multicellular like algae. Now unicellular means having only one cell, and multicellular means having cells with more than one. Okay, it can be 2, 3 and many more. Like human body is an example of a multicellular organism, and in case of unicellular we can have bacteria, or paramecium can also be the other one. Now moving on to the next, you can see a table over here. Here you can see the names of the different microorganisms are given over here. So if I talk about bacteria, this is the range for the size of the bacteria, 0.2 to 100 microns. You can see this size is very, very small, right? Then locomotion means how do bacteria travel. Now there are some parts of their body which are called cilia and flagella. So with the help of cilia and flagella, bacteria can move. Now the mode of nutrition in case of bacteria is can either be autotroph means those organisms which can prepare their own food, and heterotrophs are those which depend on other organisms for food. And reproduction in case of bacteria is binary fission commonly. In binary fission, a single cell gets divided into two cells, right? As in this case, the nucleus of the parent body get divided into two nuclei, and you will find two daughter cells to be present over here. Now we have this microorganism called algae. Its size is from 1 micron to few meters, and it moves with the help of flagella, and they are autotrophic in nature. That is, they do not depend on others, they prepare their food on their own. Why? Because they have chlorophyll present in them. Now, in case of algae, reproduction is by binary fission or fragmentation. Here fragmentation means the parent body gets divided into various daughter bodies. Then we have fungi. Fungi, the size is from 5 to 10 microns and it cannot really move, right? And the mode of nutrition is heterotroph. They do not have chlorophyll in them, that is why they depend on the autotrophs. And reproduction is by budding or spore formation. That is, on the body, either the buds, like in Hydra, buds are formed and those buds are basically the daughters on its body, and it could be a spore formation as well. Now, if I talk about the virus, the size, now viruses are the smallest of all the microorganisms. You can see the size over here is the smallest in case of virus. They do not move. And one more thing, viruses derive nutrition only from the body of the host. The host can be any living being. It can either be plant, animal or any other living being, right? Now, viruses reproduce only inside the host body. So, we can say that viruses basically can act as living when they are living inside the body of the host, and they will be non-living beings when they are outside the body of the host. So, they are just at the borderline of living and non-living beings. Next, we have protozoa. You can see इनका जो size होता है that is from 2 to 200 microns. Now they move with the help of pseudopodia. Pseudopodia means इनकी body में false feet होते हैं या false foot दिखता है, जो basically feet नहीं होते हैं इनके, but they look like feet. That is why pseudo. We use the word pseudo. Pseudo means false, which is not true. And the mode of nutrition in them is heterotroph. That is, they depend on other microorganisms for food. The mode of reproduction can either be asexual, in which only one parent is involved, and it can either be sexual. In sexual reproduction, two parents has to be involved for reproduction to occur, right? Now, let us see the uses of microorganisms over here. The first is bacteria. Now, bacteria are used for producing antibiotics like streptomycin, vitamin B complex tablets, right? So, we will come across this antibiotics in some time, right? Now, next we have lactobacillus, which is obviously a bacteria. It helps in the formation of the curd, which we have already done it. Now, and the bacteria are also used in the sewage disposal plants, in which the bacteria circulate around the sewage and they bring rapid decomposition of the sewage, okay, by aerobic respiration. Aerobic means when the bacteria are respiring, like when they are breathing in the presence of air. Now, bacteria can even make the meat tender. Tender means soft, because it breaks the muscle fibers which are present in that particular piece of meat. So that's why it becomes soft. Next we have algae, right? Seaweeds which are rich in nitrogen and potassium, right? They are actually rich in nitrogen and potassium. They can be used as a manure in the field of agriculture. Then nostoc and Bina, they actually help to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere. That is why they are biological nitrogen fixers. Then kelp, which is a brown algae in color, it provides or yields iodine and potassium. And algae can even purify the water because they are the rich sources of oxygen, and they take the carbon dioxide or they absorb the carbon dioxide and give off the oxygen. Thus, they act as the purifiers of the water. Now, next we have fungi. Here you can see that fungi can even decompose the dead remains of plants, means dead bodies of plants and animals. Okay, and thus they can increase the fertility of the soil. Fungi can also be used to prepare antibiotics like penicillin, which is obtained from Penicillium notatum. So this is a fungi in fact. Then they are also used for manufacturing alcoholic drinks, right, in which yeast, which is a fungi, is used. By the process of fermentation, alcoholic drinks are produced. Then they can also be used as the citric acids producer by using molasses, which are the fungi. Next we have viruses, right? Now viruses are useful in the cell research. They do help in the field of research a lot. They can also be used to study about the how to control insects. Then we have, they are also used for producing vaccines, which we will come across in the next lecture or something, right? And also when you used viruses to treat the diseases, that therapy is called virotherapy. Okay, so these were the following uses of the microorganisms. And the last that we have is protozoa. Now, so protozoa, they form a link, एक connection बनाते हैं food chain में, and they feed, ये algae को खाते हैं, and they are further eaten by the protozoa are further eaten by the big insects, right? Now it is also useful in research purposes like cell division में इनका इस्तेमाल किया जाता है to study cell division. Even protozoa decompose कर सकता है organic matters को. Organic matter can be anything which is being obtained from the nature, right? And also protozoa symbiotic relation बनाता है दूसरे microorganisms के साथ और उन्हें help करता है अपना habitat बनाने में. Now symbiotic relationship मतलब it is a relationship जिसमें दो microorganisms साथ में रहते हैं और एक दूसरे को mutually benefit करते हैं, right? Suppose if I take algae or fungi, so when they will form this symbiotic relationship, they start forming leeches, right? Where algae जो है वो food provide करने में help करेगा fungi को, and fungi जो है it will help the algae to obtain water. So you can see that the two different microorganisms are actually benefiting each other mutually. So this way protozoa can form a symbiotic relationship with the others. Okay, now the last thing that we have over here is basically antibiotics, जो अभी हमने पढ़ा था. We just only came across the name. Now what are antibiotics, right? So ये कुछ specific chemicals होते हैं जिन्हें extract किया जाता है from some microorganisms so as to cure infection caused by the other microorganisms. इन्हें medicines की तरह use किया जाता है जो कि completely रोक देते हैं या बंद कर देते हैं completely growth of any harmful disease causing microbe, right? And you can even prepare antibiotic from microorganisms like bacteria or fungi. Okay, so if I talk about the examples, we have penicillin, tetracycline, streptomycin. These are the examples, and in which you can see there is a word penicillin. Penicillin is an antibiotic which was actually made by Alexander Fleming. So this is an important question that could be asked at the academic level, right? So this is the end of part 1. I hope that you like my video. So please stay tuned, like and subscribe this. So like my video and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much everyone.